Hello everyone, you are welcome to Tech Analytics channel, a channel that is set to improve you and to equip your knowledge on anything related to data analytics. In our previous videos, you will be able to see that we have worked with different sections as related to Power BI. We have worked with Power Query, as you can see, how you can connect to different data sources. So if you have not watched that, you can go back to watch my previous videos on how we can work with that with Power BI. So we have worked with data transformation. Now you can clean data, automate data. And these are the things we have worked with there. So we have worked with data model. So how you can create connection inside your table. All those skills are very, very important in working with. So as far as analytics is concerned, they are very, very important. And those videos I encourage to go over and over again to watch based on their playlist. So I have done the tutorials to can guide you and help you more from Excel down to Power BI. So that, but today we are going to be moving to the another aspect in Power BI, which is very, very important and makes your work to be more flexible and also makes your work to be more compelling. It is DAX operation. So it is called data analysis expression. DAX operation is a library integrated in Power BI to make your work so much flexible and very much easier. So that's operations for you to know people that know Power BI very well. You must be able to know how to work with real-time analysis. So be able to know how to work with different functions as later based on the business requirements. I must be able to know the different function you need to know how to work with it. And we have that and its uses. So we have these different formulas, columns, and tables as related to that, which I'll be showing you. So we have the operators, we have different operators related to that. Don't forget it's data analysis expression and it's a library integrated in Power BI to make your work flexible and also to work with real-time analysis. So before I dive into it, I'm going to be, because we have different function with it from statistical function to iterative function to test function to logical function. And those are different functions you can see inside there, like filter function, we have related, calculated, all let's say as one and values, and all different functions. We have date and time function, we have time intelligent function. All of them are embedded under this DAX function. And you must be able to know when to use each of these functions. And that's what I'll be guiding you. But for this tutorial, I'll be guiding you how to work with statistical function. And statistical function, we are going to be working with sum, average, max, minimum, divide, count, count rows, count blank, and distinct count. I'll be guiding you with different questions that you need to know so that it will be helping you to know how to work with them. So don't forget that you can subscribe, share, like, and watch, comment. So for me, it's a little way of encouraging me to do more and also to know anytime a new video is being uploaded. So back to our tutorial and our training. So today I'll be guiding you on how to work with DAX function, but the aspect of that DAX is statistical function. So that is a very like from beginning, which I'm going to take you based on series to know when to use each of these functions. So let me switch you back to Power BI for you to know how to go back to our lesson. So from here, the next thing we have to do is our Power BI. So we have loaded the data we are working with. So we are working with sample superstore data set, as you can see it from this side. So we are working with sample data set, which is very, very important. This data set, if you don't know how to load data inside Power BI, you can watch my previous videos, how to connect with different sources. So we have done different videos on that. I will encourage you to watch it and to so that we're able to know how to import data and also to transform data. You can watch all those videos are there for you to watch. So, but in this tutorial, I'm taking the lead on how I can guide you working with DAX function, which is the area aspect that people find so difficult when Power BI is concerned. When it comes to Power BI, people really run from working with that. And that is the strength of Power BI that makes your work to be more glorious and also that pile and also pop out your visualization so much to make your visualization, your report to be more compelling. You must be able to know how to work with real-time calculations. And don't forget, I'll be guiding you based working with the starting point of it, which is statistical function, different questions you are going to be working with there. So from here, this is a superstore data set we are using. You can close it here. So, but I open it so that I can see different fields that I'm working there under this data model from category city. These are different data sets I'm working with from here. Now, there are two functions in Power BI which you need to know. They are very, very important to work with. So anytime we are working with that, we access them, we can access it from this side. So from this data set here, you can see these three columns. By the time you click on this more option, you see new measure, you need to see new column. So let me explain this. You can access it through these two formulas, either by new measure or new column. This new measure is used to work with real-time calculation and does not involve table. So, but anytime you are working with table, so we are going to be working with new column. New column help you to work with column. You help you to add more columns to your table, or also you can add more variables to it. But new measure work with large volumes of data and does not consume much storage. It work with real-time analysis. So you must know when to use either of the two. If you are working with any function that does not involve any table, you better go and use new measure. But if you are working with table, so if that calculator is in table and you want to see all your calculation in table, you work with new column. So you must be able to know how to work with them. In summary, new column work with table, while new measure does not involve any table. So you can work and create your table by yourself from here and make your work. That's why I'll be guiding you. You can access it from here. If you don't want to access it from here, you can access it from this side. You can close this and access it from this side. You can see new measure. You can access it by the time you click on this and under this home model. So when you click so under this insert, these are different functions you can see which I've shown you severally and also to in our previous videos. So under this new home, you can see the new measure. So and also you can work with, if you click on our table, this is our table view, you'll be able to see new measure. You're going to see new measure, you're going to see the new measure, new column, new table, all these things. I'm going to show you how to use all of this. So, and this is very, very important. You may access it from here, or you may access it by clicking on this side from here to access anything you want to access. So from here now, I want to change this background. This background is canvas, which you have known before. So this is canvas. So I want to change these things. I'll just come to my build visualization pane here, which is I will come back here. So I will change this wallpaper from white. Can you see this color? I will change it to this color. So if you don't want this, you can change it to any color you like as well. If I change this to this blue, then if you change it to blue, if you want the transparency, I'm still going to guide you on how to work with different when we start working with visualization, we start working with it. So you can do it like this. But for now, we are still working with that function. So I just changed the canvas or the of this particular tutorial so that you'll be able to know when to work with them. So the first thing I have to work with, don't forget that I'm working with statistical function, which I'm still going to guide you to know. So they are very, very important to know when to work with them. So the first thing you have to do is yes, to write the heading of what you are working with. So I'll just click on statistical dashboard so that as a heading so that I can know what we are about to work with. So you can click on the text box here. Under the text box, then you can just try to arrange it. So click on it, arrange it, and just try to organize it. And then from this text box, just click on statistical analysis dashboard. So that's what I'm working with. So from here, You can increase it. Let me increase it to maybe it's to 20. Let me increase this to 20. So if you don't want it, you still want to increase the model, you can increase it. Maybe I want to increase it to 36. So 36 too much. Let me just leave it in 32. 32 is still, no, let me leave it in 32 so I can arrange move it like this. You can try to drag it to this side. I drag it to this side. You can change the font as well. This is the font. Let me click on Times Roman. This is it. You can just switch a bit. I click on Times Roman. Let's see. So Times Roman. So I'm just changing the text. This is the text. So then I will adjust it. So that's what I'm working with. You want to do it like this and generate it more. Just generate it, increase it more. So I have bold it. So if you want to remove the model, like the background of what you are working with, so you can have it. This is statistical function. So you can have it like this. So after this, then I just click on the topic of what I'm working with, and from there you can change it eventually. So first thing I have to work with is I want to work with if parameters they have, so what is the average sales amount? They want to see on average, let's see our sales amount. This is what is average sales amount. So first thing I have to do, these are the things that they are real life questions that they are asking. They are not required inside table. Whatever ensures inside table, they can ask you that you look for assign maybe a bonus, not bonus, people that desire there are more than this particular sales, assign this thing for them, remarks. These are different things we do in table. Then we go by new column. But from here is a real-time analysis. They ask you us that we should work with what is the average sales amount. So I will click on new measure. So new measure, and I click on new measure from there. So we will see new measure. So we open the DAX. This is the DAX function. It's asking what I want to do. So I will just say I want to ask for average sales. From this average sales, what we want to calculate. So we're going to click on the heading of what we are calculating. The heading of what you are calculating. And from there, you are going to click on average. This is average. When you click on average, then by what? We are working with by their sales. Just say sales. You can see average sales. Then close it. Enter. Average sales. You can see the average sales here. Now, if you are working with just one variables, like they are just happy to work with just one KPI, just average sales. So that shows that you are going to be using card for them. This 1 to 3 here is card. You just click on this card. So when you click on this card, the card will help you to know what you are working with. Just drag this card here. So because you are working with just one KPIs, so you don't need to do much elaborate calculation for that. Just drag it here. Can just switch it here. Then click on this average sales that you calculated here. So when you click on the average, you can see the average sales. We have it 229 and 86 cover. So these are the things we are averages. So we can try to format this. So if you like, but me, I'll format it. When you click on it, then come to your visualization. So when you click on visualization, click on general. This general here. So then click on the effect here. When you click on effect, off the background. When you off the background, you're going to see that. So we have the background of what you are working with. Now, for us to bring out the numbers out, what you just need to bring to do is to come back here. So just come back to your visual. And you come back to your visuals, then come to call out value. Under the call out value, then come to color here. When you click on from color, then click changes to white. You are going to see what you have worked with. So not only that, this average says at the top here. I don't want to see it. I want to put it at the top. So what I have to do is from here, from this general off this side, from this general, I will just off the category label. It has gone. So I will now give it a name. Click on the general and come back to title. So from your title on it, so when you on it, then you now click on what you calculated is average sales. So we discover that it's not coming out from here. So what you just have to do is to can change the font here as well. Can change the font to something you feel like. I just like Times New Roman here, then I increase it a bit to 18. So, and from there, what I will have to do is to centralize it. After I've centralized it, I'll now come back to my color to bring it out. Text color, I will change it to white. So you can see that we have the averages that come out. So we can format like this. Even this side you can change it if you like from this side. If you want to change the color of your table as well, you can do that if you like it. So you can change it. So the inners and all that. So you can change. These are averages. Now I want to calculate another thing. They ask us to find, for instance, now they ask us to find, maybe they ask us to find what is we should calculate for the minimum discount given. So they just ask us to calculate what is the maximum discount given. So that is the next question they're asking us to do. What is the maximum discount given? They are very, very important for us to know when to work with them. So, and it is good for us to know. Let me just give you some questions from here so that it will help you to know for us. So the maximum discount given. What is the maximum discount given? So come back here, can click it from here, new measure, or you can click from here. I love to click it from up here. So the maximum discount given, this is max discount. So max discounts will now be first one. What you just need to do, maximum, just click on maximum. Very simple. You click on maximum, then discounts. This discounts. So discount given, click on superstore. This is your superstore. So superstore. So this is discount, maximum discount given. So just calculate this max here. So this is max discounts. So from max discounts, so don't forget that we are working with just one KPI. Click on this your card, drag it side here. So that is all these things you are forming are just KPI and you are arranging it. This is the maximum discount given. So what you just need to do, I don't need to be going around to format the way I did the first one. I'll just click on the first one. I'll click on format printer. When you click on format printer, then just paste it here. You can see automatically it will happen. What we just need to do next is just to change the title of that card. So we can write it here. This is mass discounts. Because of the format printer, it will happen. This is max discount enter. So our max discount is 0.8. So that is the max discount. So another one, this is, and don't forget that what you are working with just statistical function. Working with statistical function, these are questions they are asking you to work with. So another one, if you are asked to find the if you're asked to find maybe they ask you to calculate the 90% percentage of sales. So, and what is the 90 percentile of sales? So this 90 percentile of sales, again, we click on the new measure, the 90 percentile of sales. So this is 90 percentile of sales. So under this 90 percentile of sales, these are real questions they are asking you to do. So this thing is to do percentile. All those functions are available here. So we are not going to click on percentile exclude. We are going to click on percentile include because must be included. So, and this is X, this is X. Anyway, you are seeing X, X simply means iterator. Iterator, because it's an extension, it helps you to express yourself, or they call it expression. You can express yourself with them. So you just click on this max. So we are going to click on the X. because we want to express ourselves, the 90, so that you put 90 there. So you are not going to leave the one that does not have x. That shows that you cannot express yourself, you just have only one variable. But anyway, you are seeing any value that has x with it, this x here, it means that you can express yourself more effectively. So click on the marks include, which is by hex iterator. So it's asking us for the table. What is the table? We are working with sample superstore. Click on it. So you can see the function that you are following. Table, the first one is, the next one is expression. What do you want to express? I want to express my, this is order by sales. We have our superstore. Our superstore. When you click on your superstores, then you just come here under your superstore. So we are working with sales. Where is the sales? You just generate for the sales. So if you cannot do it, see, just calculate sales. It will come out rather than typing it. Then comma is now asking you for the k. What is the k? The k simply was the number or the constant of what you are working with. This is 90. But you are not going to write 90. You are going to write in form of decimal. It becomes 0.9, which is 0.9. Then you close it from here, then enter. When you click on enter, you are going to see the 90 percentile of C from here. Click on this our addition from here, just generate it, then drag it down. Drag it down. This is 90 percentile of C. Drag it down. So when we drag it down, the 90 percentile, that shows that we have the 90 of people that do more, that perform better, more than 90 percentile. So we have it 572 and 71 cover. So these are the things we are having. So after that, you have to format it. So very soon you are going to get it more. Copy this format and paste it here. So the next thing you need to do, come to your general and then put the title there, which is the 90 percentile 6, which is 90 percentile of 6. 90%. So you just have to write it where 90 percentile of 6. Enter. So this is the 90 percentile of 6. So we are generating it gradually, and you're going to work with them without any stress. So the next questions we are asked to work with is to find the rank. We are asked to rank subcategory by the average profit. In other words, if they ask you that, rank this subcategory by their average sales. So we have different subcategories here in our this subcategory. So they ask us to rank them by their profits. So we want to see by subcategories. Let's see how profitable they are based on ranking, either by ascending or by descending. But you are going to rank it from descending from up down. So how will you now calculate for that? So come back again to your new measure. So now this one is not one variable because we are going to work with subcategory. We are going to work with average profit. So it's two variables that we are working with. That shows that we are going to use bar for it. Let's calculate it first. You just calculate rank subcategory. That is what we are working. Subcategory by average sales, average profit rather, average profit. So rank subcategory by average profit. So let me just shorten it so that it won't take more space. Average, then we have our profit, So the next thing we have to do from here is to work with, because they ask us to rank all of them. So it's rank all. So they have to need to do rank. So now don't forget, we have rank A, we have rank X here. So under rank, we have rank S. So under this rank and the rank S, so we are going to click on the rank S. So is the rank S you are going to click? It's not only rank. So when you click on rank X, X simply means iterator. It helps you to oppress yourself and also to write many things needed with it. So not only just ordinary X. So ordinary rank. Rank simply means they cannot express yourself with it. But when you are clicking on X with it, X will help you to express yourself with it without any stress. So because we want to work with many things with it and we want to rank it at a go. So that's why we are using rank X. X simply means iterator. Anyway, you see S with a particular function, it means iteration or expression. You have to express yourself. So now the first thing you need to do, we are going to enter all. The reason why we are entering all because we want to work with all of them. So after them, the next thing you have to do, press your subcategory, which is your subcategory. So we close it a bit here, comma. So we can click on Shift Enter to click on another paragraph. So can you see another paragraph? So just click on Shift Enter to so that we will not follow this long. You can see what you are working and trace your code or your function. If there is any error with it, it is easy for you to identify it. So then we click on calculate. This is a calculate function. So because we want to calculate after all subcategories, then we click on calculate. We want to calculate the average, which is the average profit. This average profit. So click on the average profit. So then you close it twice because it's two function we work with. So after this, you are going to click is it either by descending or by ascending that you want to work with. So just click on this, and so can you see I click on this thing twice, is descending and ascending. So I say by descending, so close it, then enter. So you can see that I've worked with it here. So the next thing I have to work, because it's two function I did there, I have to click on this bar, cluster bar chart, or I can click on this anyhow, or I can click, let me click on the start column chart. Just click on any chart, bar chart that you like, but I'll click on the second one. So when I click on the second one, the first thing I have to work with is to drag this rank subcategories. So once I click on the rank subcategories, so by subcategories, just drag it. So this is because it's by subcategory that we did. So you can see by ranking, this is by ranking. So we can adjust it if you like. So, but me, I will adjust it. I'll just visit the title. This title is there. You can see if you want to change it. Um, I just drag it to center. Let me click on the font. I'll click on the font to adjust it. This is font. And after you have clicked on font, then I will place it to center. The center, I want it in center. You can see it has been dragged to center. I will bold it. So after that, I'll have to close this and visit my visual. So from my visual, these are different things I can do there. I can change this column from blue. The column is the what you are seeing here. I can change it from blue. I can change this to any other thing that I like. I can change this to black. I can change this to black. So from changing this to black, you can even drag this thing down so that you can see what you are working with. So from changing this to black, what I can do another thing with it. So I can label it. Can you see from label here? Click on it. So when you label it, open the label to bold it. When you open the label, I want to bold it. I want to bold those functions. So these are different values. I'll open it. So I'll increase free from now so that you can see that the number is coming out, is becoming more bold. You can change it. You can start increasing it, and if you like. So even from the y-axis, this y-axis, this x-axis, we have our x-axis here under subcategory, and we have our y-axis here. If this want to increase this font we are seeing on that x-axis, you can do that. What you just have to do, close this, then just visit again, and these are under our x-axis. Click on x-axis because we want to change this background name. So when you click on x-axis, because this is the horizontal level, so under you just click on this under this title, from title, then so under this generates your value. So just click, don't be confused. Click on x-axis. When you click on x-axis, so what we have to do, increase this, and can you see that it's coming up? So we are increase this font. So if you see that it's too big, you can have it or you can adjust it from here anyhow. So we can see that we have our values that's come. I can bold it so that the thing can come out as well. So from this side. So if it is y-axis that you want to change, that you want to work with this one, under our y-axis. You can do as well. You can just close this. So move up and just drag this button up, then close this x-axis, then open y-axis as well. We are going to do the same to work with um can work with this side too, and to make it more unique. So under these values, open your value. So let me change the text to Times Roman. Then you can increase this as well. So you can see that we are working with them. So that's how we can just do some format with your values. And I think it's very much feasible like this. It is more feasible to work with now from here. We are seeing what you are working with from this particular data. So now we are using this to generate anything they are asking us to work with, and they are very important. Now again, we are working with different statistical function. So, and that is, we are working with average, discount, percentile. We are working with average sales by ranking. These are different statistical functions. So, paraventure, if they ask us that we should work with, maybe they ask us to calculate for us the count of unique customer. How many customer are we having in our data set? The first thing we need to do, we are going to create calculation for it by clicking on new column, a new measure. So it's new measure you are going to click. So your new measure, this one, that be unique customers. I want to see number of customers by their uniqueness. Yeah. So anything that this with uniqueness, you are going to click on this distinct count. Don't forget all these functions that I'm using inside this, they are statistical function that you must be able to know how to work with them. So it's unique. You are going to work with distinct count. And your distinct count, you are going to click on your customer ID, then close it. Let's see. Is working on it. So this is unique customer. So we are going to locate it again from the model. Is up down here. So it's one variable. We click on our card again. Click on our card to work with that. So we have not started working with dashboard. We are just we are still working with DAS, how to work with DAS. This is unique customer. So from this unique customer, you copy this model here, command the painter, then you can generate it here. Then you can give it a name from the general name under this our title. So this one will be unique customers. Unique customers. Unique customers. So the unique customers that we are having there, we are just having just about 793 unique customers that we are from this side. Very, very hilarious. So now, if we are asked to work with, maybe they ask you that you should find how many numbers of sales above average sales. They ask you is that give us the numbers of sales above average. So they just want to see how many sales that are above average. They are very important. Number of sales above average. How will you calculate it? So what you are just going to do, click on new measure. Can you see that you need to master that function, because that is where the strength of your analysis will come up. You must be able to master it, and I encourage you to watch the video over and over again. And we are still working with just statistical function of it. But they won't tell you it's statistical function. That's why I ask you to master it. They'll be able to know what to use anytime you have to work with any business requirement for any organization. So find numbers of order for above average. So this go above the first one, just put the title name, which is above um, average sales. Above average sales. So above average orders. Because we want to find numbers of order above averages. So what we have to do is to calculate, because we want to calculate for it. When you click on your calculate, then click on count to row, because they're asking us find the numbers, is count to rows. All these are statistical function notes. So this is numbers of customer above count to rows. Then insert the the data set which is superstore, close it. So, comma, then let me open another paragraph by pressing Shift Enter so that I can continue my calculation from here. So, I will now click on filter because I want to bring it out. So, I will search my data, the sample superstores again, which is my data. So, comma, then I want to work with sales. So, we come sample sales, which is the sample sales. I will look for my sales. True. So this is my sales. So these are sales will now be greater than what? My average. Click on an average because I want to click on average. Then I'll click on my sales. Then I'll close it from here. So don't forget, I'll close it, then enter. So let me see what I have just calculated. Can you see approve average sales here? Now it's one thing because they also find the numbers of order. It's just one variable you're working with. So let me click on my card. So this is my card. Now let me drag it inside and let me see how many customer. Now these are numbers of customer above average sales. Don't forget that the numbers of data set we are having from here is 9,994 rows. So this is the total number of average sales we have, the total number of data we have in our data set, 9,934. But from this calculation, we could see that we have only 2,360 orders are above average. So these are different, these are numbers of orders that meet up with the average. That shows that it's still pointing to the point that the order is not moving fast. So let's generate it. So all this design, they are not just for design. We are really doing calculation for it. Let me format it. Format painter. So let me click on the normal way we always do it. And also we change the title to this is average above average sales. Above average sales. So above average 6. Now, this is how to work with statistical function. So I will want you to ask if there is any questions for me. Let me know at the comment section so I will attend to your questions. I encourage you to do more. There are still more to statistical function, but let me know in your comment section for personal guidance to show you more of it. But with these few calculation, I'll be able to guide you to know how to work with some function when it comes to DAX with statistical function. We have different DAX function. These are just statistical function. I'll be coming up with more videos on different function as related to DAX. Please kindly share, subscribe, and make it to be more visible for everybody to go wide. So as you are doing that, you are encouraging this channel to do more work and training on how to improve you more on your knowledge of analytics. Thank you.